So do you guys remember Daryl Schoonover, the Ultimate Fighter contestant when Rampage and Rashad Evans were coaches? Rampage would constantly call Daryl a certain nickname I can't say on YouTube, and the two almost fought multiple times throughout the season. Well, Rampage recently announced that he plans on returning to MMA and wants Daryl as his opponent. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, Rampage said, "So this is what I'm thinking. I really want to promote the UFL, and so I would like to do a warm-up fight there. I'd do a warm-up fight in the UFL and see where that goes. And I still want to do a boxing match before I get too old. I'm 45 now, and I want to get that boxing match out of the way before I get too old. I'm thinking I might fight around December in UFL, because I haven't fought in 3 years. On Daryl, Rampage continued, "I don't let stuff like that die. He tried to punk me, but Brendan Schaub said that he doesn't think Daryl would be down to fight. My next fight, I don't want to fight anybody that I like at all, because I have to destroy them, whoever it is. Come on, man, you saw my last fight. Man, I needed a drastic change. I was just getting tired of being fat, and I want to say something to everybody that's out there listening. Bring back fat shaming. America, we've gotten so soft. Like, a lot of MMA fans were commenting on my post and talking shit. I guess they thought I was going to get butthurt or something, but no. They gave me the drive to get off my ass and do something about it. I don't consider it bullying, what people were saying to me online. It was motivation for me, and I did something about it." Henry Cejudo apologizes to Dricus Du Plessis for underestimating him.
Du Plessis, guys. Ooh. First of all, I want to apologize to you, Du Plessis. I did not believe that you could beat Robert Whittaker, and I really didn't. And shame on me. You know, you have every reason in the book to call me whatever it is that you want, Du Plessis, because the fact that you're able to stop this dude in a round and a half, kudos to you, man. It was amazing. That it was absolutely a spectacular performance. I think your next title shot is against Israel Adesanya, and I think you need to have a good game plan. I think the biggest thing with Du Plessis is he cannot stay in range and kicking range with Israel Adesanya. Du Plessis, if you're hearing me, if you're watching me, this is where every damn fighter, other than Calvin did get kicked, but Calvin took that distance from him. He fought him. And if I was in your positions, Du Plessis, I would create positions to get Staub better to throw hands, how he leads, and he's been getting away with murder. So you have to look for your takedowns. If you stay in kicking range and you get kicked a few times, then this fight's going to be perfect for Israel Adesanya. The conditions that I would do too is I would have somebody kick you every single day just to build that callus on your shins. I do believe Israel's greatest weapon is his kicks. But kudos and respect, and again, Du Plessis, congratulations, man.
Paddy Pimblett did a Q&A ahead of UFC London today, and fans were asking him some pretty crazy questions.
My question is, have you and Molly shagged?
You do know Molly's a lesbian, lad, yeah?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Molly's a lesbian, she's got a fiancé, lad, and I'm married, so...
Yeah, thank you so much, yeah.
Oh, yeah, really? Man.
Alright, Paddy, I want to ask you, can you tell everyone your McDonald's order after you've had a win?
Depends.
A heavy one. Heavy or what?
It depends what's on at the time. So, like, whatever the special burger is, so, like, say it's the double Big Mac, I'll get the double Big Mac, and
just
then...
everything you can get?
I get a double Big Mac and a triple cheeseburger and a chicken mayo, you know what I mean? And then my bird will get 20 nuggets that I'll probably eat half of them.
Paddy, what's up, bro?
Jesus,
yes, lad.
What's up, Paddy?
You've had a few ales, haven't you?
Come on. I need to shoot my shot, so I have an MMA page in Instagram called Pulp MMA, yeah?
Yeah?
I'm gonna text you. Give me a shout out. I love you. Follow me, please, bro.
Yeah, man.
Robert Whittaker on the MM Arcade podcast reflects on his recent loss to Dricus Du Plessis. Rob says the hardest part about this loss is that he knows he could have done better.
Yeah, took an L. It was, I went out there with the intention of putting my best foot forward and giving the best performance of my career, and ended up giving the worst performance of my career. It's, you know, that's the hardest part about the loss, is just that I know I can do better. Yeah, I beat myself in a funny sense, and yeah, it's not performing. And a lot of the other athletes and a lot of the other fighters will tell you about it, and they'll talk to you about it, and they say, when we're asked a question, are you scared? No, it's never fear of my opponent or fear of getting beaten up, fear of getting hurt. It's fear of failing to perform. It's fear of going out there and not doing what you trained for the last 4 months, 4 hours a day in the gym, 7 days a week, and then to go in there and do none of it. And that's kind of where I'm sitting. That's where I'm upset about, because I put months and months and months of work into the fight, and I went out there and I did absolutely none of it. Like absolutely none of it. The work just went out the window, and that was that's the most upsetting part, because not only did I lose, losing one part, but I didn't do anything I worked on. This isn't taking anything away from Dricus, because Dricus, he trained, he showed up ready to fight, and he fought, he turned up. And that's half of the fight, isn't it? And I didn't. It's a funny job to not turn up in, mate. Like, let me tell you, it's I do believe that this was the kick in the ass I needed to really take me to to that next level. It helped me align a few of my goals, and like goals of titles and winning and beating Izzy and now Dricus. It's I want to finish my career never losing again. I want to finish my career undefeated from this point, and there is some things I want to address in my game. And mate, spending what was it since last fight? 10 months, 11 months between fights, putting all that work in, and then to get to center stage and not do any of it was like really disappointing for me. Like really disappointing for me.
Colby Covington warns Islam Makhachev to not move up to welterweight. Colby also has words for Khabib and Dustin Poirier. Speaking to Submission Radio, Colby said, let's be honest, now that he's got his manager tweeting from his account, he may have to come up to welterweight someday. Now you're talking a big game. There's already one fraud at 155 that got exposed, Dustin Poirier. We were supposed to fight. We were lined up. That's why it's taking forever for me to get back in the octagon. But he's a p***y. He's scared. He talked a big game. I'm going to come to 170. I'm going to do this. Oh, it's on site when I see you, Colby, blah, blah, blah. But then when it's time to sign the contract, he was afraid. The same goes for Makhachev. Keep that same energy. You keep acting like you want to come up to daddy's division, then you're going to get smacked in the face. You're going to get sent to your little daddy Khabib, and you're going to have him come out, and he ain't going to do shit about it either. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Zexter33. It says, I'll believe Khamzat and Paulo are fighting when they're both in the cage. The second one's from David Watts. It says, Khamzat versus Costa is a great matchup. UFC knows what the people want. And the final one's from UFC Nexus. It says, Khamzat gave his last shot calling out Leon before signing the contract. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. If you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen to get caught up. And make sure to go subscribe to our second channel where we post our exclusive MMA interviews.